what you said on paper.
Howdy, everybody. I'll be offline on Monday. I wanted to weigh in on this Obama getting the Nobel Peace Prize. I started doing just watching and listening to him. I think it was probably March of last year, and there was a lot of ways he answered questions in town hall meetings that really made me feel uncomfortable. And it just whizzed right over a lot of people's heads, and I was like, am I the only person that sees this crack in the hull of this ship? And I know I wasn't alone. But yeah, I am pretty, a lot of us that are pretty much aware that he's owned by the banking cartels. We're in the minority still. A lot of the people that were all romanticized by his election are still living in a fog, like a stupor of elation because he's got this Nobel Peace Prize, and that's not something that he deserves. It's like they threw a frisbee and he caught it, I don't know. He said he would end income tax for seniors making less than $50,000. To quote him, he said, "We'll eliminate all income taxation of seniors making less than $50,000 per year. This will eliminate taxes for 7 million seniors, saving them an average of $1,400 a year, and will also mean that 27 million seniors will not need to file an income tax return at all." Nope. Allow 5 days of public comment before signing bills? Nope. Tougher rules against revolving door for lobbyists and former officials. Quote, "No political appointees for an Obama-Biden administration will be permitted to work on regulations or contracts directly substantially related to their prior employer for 2 years. No political appointee will be able to lobby the executive branch after leaving government service during the remainder of the administration." Nope. Create a $3,000 tax credit for companies that add jobs. Allow penalty-free hardship withdrawals from retirement accounts. Nope. Recognize the Armenian genocide. And he said that he would do publicly on C-SPAN that he would negotiate health care reform in public sessions. He said, quote, "I'm going to have all the negotiations around a big table. We'll have doctors and nurses and hospital administrators, insurance companies, drug companies. They'll get a seat at the table. They just won't be able to buy every chair." He said he would do it on C-SPAN. But you know what that's turned out to be. Those are just some of them, and he hasn't. He's actually passed thought crime bills. More soldiers in Afghanistan, and this. I heard something about Iraq pullout, but I don't think that that's really happened. I think he put three. He said 18 months, and then he put 3 more months on, or was it 16 months? And he made it 19 months, and I mean, those companies that like Halliburton and all them, they're not going to let that happen. That's why they got to ramp up Afghanistan. They got to let our service personnel, take showers in E. coli water, and feed them twice a day, and make them wait in line. And charge the government $100 every load of laundry. So that's a meal ticket for them. They're not going to let that end. despite all the fact of the death and destruction. Who cares about that, you know? You know, and it's funny because it's not funny. My paying attention to what's going on Capitol Hill is basically with the intention of what's, you know, what will be good for our country and how our country impacts the world. And it's not a racial thing. I mean, I'm talking about, you know, the government, the United States government, not being a corporation, but, you know, being responsible and taking care of problems here, and not being the police of the world. He's following through with the Project for a New American Century very well. PNAC, that swing is going through. Everybody was so, I was thinking about that, his inauguration, and all those people were just those crying ladies and people waving American flags on the mall, and then the next day you see the video. Actually, I walked down there. Trash, man. Ugh. You know, I hope everybody's doing good. Take care, and I'll probably just see you when I get back. Yeah, leaving. So I'll see you. Bye.
Maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over that. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. So just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
I don't think any of us can be satisfied in the United States until that war is brought to an honorable end and American soldiers are brought back into the United States.
One day, we will have to stand before the God of history. We will talk in terms of things we've done. It seems that I can hear the God of history saying, that was not enough. But I was hungry, and you fed me not.